We're Kyle and Kat, full-time travelers who just got the opportunity of a lifetime.
We were given 10,000 euros by Kiwi.com to circumnavigate the world in just 30 days using their budget travel booking app.
Our journey starts and ends in London, with stops in 7 thrilling destinations.
The islands of Greece,
The mountains of China,
the streets of Vietnam,
the reefs of Australia,
beaches in Hawaii,
sunsets in Mexico,
and bioluminescence in Puerto Rico.
Join us on the third leg of our trip as we explore the bustling streets of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
In this episode, we're just doing our best to fight the jet lag. So we book an educational coffee making class to over-caffeinate ourselves, making some new friends along the way.
Then we explored the area surrounding our hostel on foot. After this video, check out the next 3 episodes diving into our 4 days in Vietnam.
We join a full-day group tour exploring the claustrophobic Cu Chi tunnels from the Vietnam War.
Are we stuck?
No, we're not stuck. We're not gonna get stuck.
The tour continues on a riverboat to the Coconut Kingdom in the Mekong Delta, where we get to soak in the stunning rural culture.
Finally, we take to the streets, trusting our guides on a food tour of Saigon via motorbike.
All of this in just 4 days of our month-long round-the-world trip. This leg began with a red-eye flight from China, getting us into the city in the wee hours of the morning.
We arrived to our capsule hotel 9 hours early for check-in, tired, sweaty, and cranky.
Sorry with you.
But after waking up the hostel receptionist, we discovered we could pay for a half day and get a shower and a 4-hour nap before our coffee class.
Stick around to the end for a full capsule tour.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Out into the noisy, busy streets.
Yes, it's quite warm. Welcome to Vietnam.
Whoa!
This is nuts.
We had an hour to get to the coffee class, and before we knew it, we were weaving through cramped streets, looking for food in order to avoid a sour stomach and jitters. We had to prepare for the multiple doses of caffeine awaiting us.
Watch out, there's a car coming.
Okay, so we had food at this really yummy restaurant that I can't pronounce.
They just dropped this off at our table. I don't think we ordered it, but it's sparkling yogurt. I think that's a translation thing, because it doesn't look like yogurt.
We thought we were a 5-minute walk from the coffee tour, but it turns out we're a 15-minute walk.
Try it.
Shake it off. I don't think they want us to shake it. Oh, maybe they do.
We messaged them and told them we're running late.
I hope that's the right thing to do.
Open it super carefully.
It says shake it off.
Wow, that is an interesting color.
And so we haven't put on our mics yet.
Ooh, that's very nice. It's refreshing.
What does
I
it taste
better than
like?
the Sprite. It's like a milky Sprite.
Weird.
It does have some carbonation. I can see why they call it yogurt. And it's lemony, but like lemon yogurt.
Weird.
It's refreshing.
Okay.
I think they're still gonna let us in.
Ooh, that's so cute. It's got chopsticks and spoons.
That's amazing. Mystery food.
Is it seaweed? Or like
so.
collard greens?
No, I think it's seaweed, but it's like pickled.
Huh. Ooh, it's like a beef ramen, but it's not in broth.
Is that what you needed? Yay.
So hopefully it's okay. We just took a really fun,
Amazing coffee class. That was absolutely the best way to start our trip.
especially if you are jet lagged and you need some coffee, this was perfect.
And the coffee queen. Anne, nice to meet you.
Okay, so have you drink coffee this morning?
No.
Not yet. You wait for me?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm having some.
We got to taste egg coffee,
The first one is egg coffee.
Coffee.
coconut coffee,
Second one is coconut coffee.
sea salt coffee,
Third one is sea salt coffee.
And then,
And then
was
just
it
a
just a
typical-
condensed milk coffee?
And the final one is condensed milk coffee.
They were all iced, which is really nice in the hot weather.
Yes. Okay.
Okay?
We took it with 4 people from the Philippines who are in their late 20s, and Vietnam has a very unique coffee culture. So getting a sense of all of the coffees they serve and the history and how to eat them, I feel like now I'm equipped when we go to a coffee shop to know what I'm ordering, what I
Yes.
can expect.
We had so much fun.
And honestly, an incredible experience all around. 10 out of 10
Yes.
recommend.
We are a little bit coffee logged. Definitely just eat before you do it. And it's just wonderful.
So do you know which country is the first place that discovered coffee in the world?
Kenya? No.
Ethiopia?
Ethiopia.
Ah, well done.
Most people believe a story of a man with some goat. He bring his goat into the mountain to eat grass every day. But one day when he come back, he noticed some of his goat just jump around the house. and didn't sleep. He very curious and followed the goat into the mountain and found out they ate some berry with red and green color. Then he eat that fruit and he cannot sleep too. Very curious. He tell that story in Ethiopia. At that time they believe it's in the present that the God give to them to have them have more energy.
Wow.
But in Ethiopia they just eat the bean. They do not drink it like the powder until the 14th century spread around the world. Europe people, they think if you crush them into powder like this, you can make it more flavor. Because in Middle East, when they drink coffee, they pour hot water directly into the coffee bean. Not the powder, and they drink that water like yes. So in Vietnam, the beginning of 19th century, the first coffee tree was brought here by French people. And in Vietnam, we grow just two kind of coffee, Arabica and Robusta. So Arabica need a high mountain, more than 2,000 meters, and cooler place. But Robusta need a lower mountain, 600 to 800 meters only. We are tropical country, so the most coffee we grow up is the Robusta. 4 things. What is it, everyone?
The base.
And
Cup.
Press.
and
Lid.
trời ơi, so good. Rồi.
You yeeted that.
You're so excited.
Oh, it caught the fan.
This coffee is from our plantation.
Oh, wow.
In Dallas City, it's the mountain area, tall enough to grow the Arabica.
Okay.
If you don't have scale like me, you can estimate 20 grams is about 3 spoons. Ooh la la, good. Everyone have coffee already? Yes. You take the cup, press the coffee ground strong a little bit, close it with the lid.
Leaving the press in.
Yes.
Oh, this is fun.
When you make the coffee with the fin filter, it have many steps, but the flavor of coffee will be stronger.
I nailed it.
And now we have 3 steps of hot water. The first step named reheat. Take the lid, put on the base. The cup will be outside. I will pour some hot water into the lid, and when I have hot water, I will take the cup, put into the hot water. The coffee ground will absorb the water up and make warm for this bottom area. We need 5 to 8 grams of hot water.
Too much. I put too much.
Do we go ahead and set it on?
I did. That's crazy. It really does. It sucks it right out.
Oh, cool. There it goes. Bye.
Magical. If you skip reheat and you pour hot water directly into the coffee ground, some coffee will die because too hot. It will affect the flavor and the smell of the coffee also. After about 20 to 30 seconds, you take it out. No water, right?
Wow.
Bloom. We open the lid. We pour in here 20 grams of hot water. When you pour hot water, pour slowly and around.
I'm 1.5 grams over.
Wow. How's it feel to be a failure?
If you want less caffeine, you open. More caffeine, you close.
Okay. Because the caffeine evaporates, I guess?
It fly away. When it meets hot water, it fly away.
I love that.
Like it's more poetic to say it flies.
Flies away.
So it's preheat, bloom, and drip.
Yeah.
Right.
Professional barista.
Barista.
Are you a barista?
Oh, you're a barista?
Today, the version that we make is the traditional one. They also have many ways to make the coconut coffee.
I feel like I'm back in science class.
We need 20 cc of condensed milk.
Okay. Wow, it is thick. Look at that.
Condensed. What do you expect?
Slowly, my friend.
Slowly.
50.
Oh my gosh.
It was 50 grams of fresh milk, 25 of coconut milk, and then
It's good.
20
yes.
of
Little bit.
sweetened condensed
Yeah.
milk. I feel like this is going to be so comforting.
Oh, chị tạ ơn em. And now you pour the condensed milk slowly around
Oh.
to create the layer.
Wow.
All of it. It's good. Like this. And the form now on the top.
Ooh, okay.
That is art.
Wow.
This one cafe dừa.
Yeah.
Dừa is coconut. If you say dứa, it's a pineapple.
Oh,
And dừa is watermelon.
watermelon.
So it's this
You.
different.
Wait. So the inflection changes the word.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
how do tone
deaf people do?
Hamilton.
Egg coffee is called what?
Egg coffee is
trứng.
cà phê trứng.
Gin.
Trứng. So trứng gà is chicken egg.
Chicken egg. Oh.
We don't use the white egg, but only the yellow one, the yolk. Because if you use the white egg, it can make the cà phê trứng become stinky. But in Saigon, we put lamb to remove the smell of the egg. How many drops do you need?
So, ready for it. That was quick math.
Genius. Found the smart one.
You said it was per egg, it's 3 drops of lime and how much
2
honey?
grams of honey.
2 grams of honey.
Hand mixer, 400 watt. At home, if you have the same hand mixer, but it's not 400, it can be 200 or 300. It's okay. But you need more minutes. This one you
Okay.
need 6 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So we each
Okay.
get 1 minute? Or you get to be the lucky one?
It's like, I never thought that like serving coffee would be like bartending, but she's like occasionally, especially with college students, we have to cut people off because they are over caffeinating and you have to be like, no, you're done. Like, I'll make you peppermint tea. When their eyes get bloodshot and they look not well, she's like, you're done. Drink water.
No more coffee for you.
No. So it's 15 to 20 cc's of condensed milk and then 4 scoops of the egg stuff.
Heavier than the egg form, but lighter than the condensed milk. So this will go into the
Middle.
middle.
Pour it in one place, she said. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Take the cocoa powder, put some on the top.
That's so beautiful.
This, okay. And we have egg coffee. Café trứng. Exactly. Now your turn. Yummy.
To dig the spoon deep.
Yes, you
wow.
eat
Because
it
the
like a
condensed milk is
dessert.
still at the bottom.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, if you ordered this
Maganda.
thinking you were getting a normal coffee.
We didn't do that last time.
Yeah.
Is it good? Does it taste like scrambled eggs?
No.
Tastes like tiramisu.
Yeah, it does. It tastes like tiramisu.
love tiramisu.
So first time you try too?
Yes.
Have you ever tried? You pour in here 30 milliliters of coffee.
15 to 20 cc again. Condensed milk. Sweet condensed milk, that is.
I don't think I've ever made anything with condensed milk before today. Really? This is so
Mà
fun.
cuối đó hả? You taste it, do you need more condensed milk? If you need more, you put more, huh? Later, I will put the sea salt inside. When they make the salt cream, they will make with the non-dairy cream. I recommend you use the soya cream because it will not affect your throat. But if you mix with the dairy, and it's hot a little bit.
And it's 1 pinch of salt per person?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then mix it for 2 minutes.
Yep.
I will put the ice for you.
This is fun.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we used 20 milliliters of coffee and 10 to 15 cc of sweetened condensed milk, and now we're mixing it. You're mixing it for 30 seconds to mix the condensed milk and the coffee until it's super bubbly. And then we pour the rest of the coffee in.
Come on.
And you want the nasal? Come on, yeah? I'm bilingual, pretty much. How to say cheers in Vietnam?
Raise your glass. Một, hai, ba, vô.
So anyway, welcome to Ho Chi Minh City.
Yes.
After class, we spent the rest of the day buzzing around the city on a caffeine kick and decided on a whim to try a local nail salon.
Wow.
This is so exciting.
Getting your mani-pedi. Gotta fix up those nails. They are looking ratchet.
I don't know what you're talking about. Most beautiful nails I've ever had in my life.
That's nice. So cute. We did our first crosswalk and it was... Right? Yeah. Right? It's not too bad.
Successful.
Yeah, you can't change direction or
They
speed.
expect you to cross. Like, that's the norm. So they're just kind of like, gonna go around you. And just be confident, don't panic, just go.
So this man, I don't remember his name, he
Self-immolated.
self-immolated.
Of the fascist regime.
So that's him engulfed in flames, and this is a memorial to his memory. And so we're lighting an incense for him. It's really beautiful. I have chills to believe in something so strongly that you will do that. Wow. The renowned monk set himself ablaze in this very square in 1963 in protest of the brutal persecution of Buddhists in Vietnam. His final act was a plea for compassion and religious freedom and shocked the world to finally pay attention.
In the aftermath, something miraculous happened. His heart didn't burn, but was preserved in a calcified state. It has since become a relic symbolizing the courage and conviction behind his sacrifice.
Though we don't share his Buddhist faith, we were deeply moved by his profound devotion and felt renewed conviction, like a burning in our own hearts, to love others unconditionally.
We began heading back towards the hostel, feeling unexpectedly raw, and chose a dinner spot on the way, a charming, colorful restaurant with tables by a lively street. So we ate under the beautifully clear evening sky.
I'm impressed that they predicted this.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they putting that out? And then it started raining.
Well, we're gonna stay here for a minute and drink a little bit.
Yeah, why not?
Cheers! The next evening was supposed to be our motorbike food tour, so we had a light lunch of the famous street food everyone raves about, a Vietnamese sandwich called Bahn Mi. And it made us both feel sick. So it was a full bite of bread.
We'd been warned to be cautious with food selection in Vietnam, and we weren't sure that it was full-blown food poisoning, but we rescheduled the food tour just to be safe. As Vietnam is known for affordable salons and spas, we decided to get pampered instead.
Afterwards, we felt our stomachs could handle a light meal. And what better way than trying the best pho in the world at a Michelin star awarded restaurant? It definitely lived up to the hype, and we felt so lucky to be there.
Make sure to join us in our next episodes where we explore even more Vietnamese culture before continuing on our huge circumnavigational trip.
Let's go Australia!
Welcome to Capsule Riverside in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. This is where we are going to be staying for the next 4 days, so come with us. When you first get in here, there's actually a coffee shop. Obviously, it's nighttime, so it's not open now. You can sit at any number of these tables. There's outlets. It's very warm.
No AC. But here's the check-in desk, and they have laundry. I don't know if you're able to use it or not. This is like a business center, so we're inside the hostel side of things now. These lockers.
They unlock with your room key, and then this is the first set of dorm rooms.
This is where we stayed last night. We stayed right there. And now they have a restroom downstairs, right there. And then up these fun stairs. I guess the ramp is for luggage, maybe? You have this level, which only has bathrooms on it. Everything is very space themed, which is very fun. But it's got everything you need. Honestly, very nice for a hostel.
It does feel a little bit like you are staying in like a Star Trek themed hotel.
Or like laser tag area.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Welcome to our spaceship. This whole hallway has lockers all up in it. This is the women's restroom upstairs, men's restroom, and then this is our set of doors for tonight.
This is our capsule. So you put the room key in a slot right there to activate all the lights.
Okay, this is our dashboard. Hey, so when you come in here, there's a headphone jack, USB port. This here controls our light, that little red button, and then you have kind of a fader here. So the ceiling light is blue, extra space feeling, and the mirror light is warm, and same thing, you've got a fader over here. This is sleep mode, turns off all the lights, pretty self-explanatory. Another USB port, a clock that has never once been right. This is the slot for your room key to turn on the power. This is a safe we have not used because we don't trust it. Headphones that I can't imagine would be very comfortable to sleep with. There's a TV here if you want to watch anything in the language you don't speak. Fire extinguisher, water bottles. All in all, relatively comfy. Anything else to say?
Nope, I'm ready to get in the shower because I'm sweaty.
Let's do it.